Good morning, welcome to my channel. I'm talking a little quiet today because it's just after 4 in the morning. I'm about to leave for work, but this is day 21 of my cleanse. If you watch my other video, you saw I've been doing a vegan cleanse, which included 3 days of the master cleanse, the lemonade cleanse, which I've done that before separately, 10 days in a row, twice, 2 different years. But this is just a vegan cleanse. I've been doing produce and fruit only, and water, and some supplements. Today is the 21st day, like I said. I get to eat animal products again. Some of you vegans might freak out, but this is how I lost 130 pounds before. Let me show you what I do for breakfast. I have Redmond raw milk. This is grass-fed milk. It's the whole milk with the fat. You gotta shake it up. Very healthy. The cows are raised on pasture grasses. They're rotated to different pastures. The milk is just filtered, not pasteurized, not homogenized. Both of those ruin the milk and kill it. So all the enzymes are in here. All the milk enzymes for lactose intolerant people are in this milk. Then I have my eggs, and these are fertile eggs. These are fertilized by a rooster, and people say those are healthier than regular eggs. I really miss my own chickens. And I got these at Real Foods Market along with the milk. I like the Real Foods Market, the Redmond eggs from their farm where their chickens run wild, but these are a good substitute, probably just as good. And then the last thing I do is the coconut oil, and this is cold pressed. This is BPA free plastic. It's early in the morning, so I gotta read. And this is cold pressed extra virgin coconut oil, unrefined. Really good. So let me show you what I do. Alright. Oh, I forgot the drinking glass. Okay. I got a clean glass. I'm going to fill it up with milk. So this is the first time I've had milk in over 20 days. Very cool, very good. And let me show you how I eat the eggs. Take an egg, you can wash it off if you want. And I just crack it. And these are tough shells. These are not factory farm eggs. There it is. So I got my egg, and it looks nice and clean. It smells good. You might think, oh, salmonella, blah, blah, blah. Those are with unhealthy eggs from factory farms. This is chickens running out in the wild eating their natural diet. My chickens used to eat the grass, the weeds, bugs. I'd give them crickets during the wintertime. Never sprayed any chemicals. Never used anything bad. So here's all I do. Egg gone. Chase it with milk. Then I take a tablespoon, approximately a tablespoon roughly, of coconut oil. It's yummy. And coconut oil is solid below 76. Above 76 it becomes liquid. And that's good to speed up your metabolism. But that's the breakfast I did with supplements back in 2004 when I lost 130 pounds. So I'm going to start doing it again. Now I got to take my supplements, I got to run to work. Thank you for watching. There'll be more on this video, what I'm going to have for lunch. You'll want to stick around and see that. Okay, now it's time for dinner. I know you see it's dark outside again, but believe me, it's, let's see, 12 plus 3, 15 hours later. And it's past my bedtime, but I've been running around doing stuff today. It's been busy. Let me show you what I'm going to have for dinner. I got grass-fed beef, top sirloin steak from Real Foods Market, which their brand is Redmond Heritage Farms, which is where they get the milk from and the real salt and all of that stuff. So the reason it's in the bag is it's a little bloody, as you can tell. So I'm going to pull it out and rinse it off. Let's see. So this, unfortunately,
they don't have enough business yet to do fresh all the time. So they have to freeze their steaks, but it's better than nothing. And I researched years ago on freezing the food and the effects it has, and it was inconclusive what I read, so this is good. I like this. I used to get fresh back at Minnesota when I lived there at the Wedge. It was nice. Really good. Alright, so I got a couple steaks here. And I read that you're only supposed to eat 21 ounces. 21 ounces of red meat a week because it contains phosphorus acid, which is the same thing in soda pop. It'll etch your teeth, remove your enamel. So these are pretty nice. I don't remember how much this weighs, but I'm going to have one. Let's see. I think I'll do this one. Alright. So I've rinsed it off thoroughly. And the other one will be okay in the sink for now. So let's go over to the table and I'll prepare it. Alright, so I got my steak. I got my Red Mountain Red raw milk from Real Foods Market. I'm shaking it up so the fat gets mixed in. Don't want to drink all the cream off the top immediately. That milk is so good, it's ice cold. Alright, so you're looking at my steak here, probably wondering, thinking it looks a little raw, a little undercooked. That's because it's not cooked at all. I did this in Minnesota, and let me tell you one thing first. I went today for the weigh-in and everything. I lost no weight. Today I'm 304. Last Monday I was 304. The Monday before that I was 307. So I did come down, and that's from original 345 last October. But that was, the clay did 10 to 15 pounds. Then I was sick for a month and a half with the sinus, and I did the sinus video where I cured it. And then when I started this raw vegan cleanse for 20 days, and this is day 21, so 20 days before, that's when I went from 330, 325 down to 307, and then 304, doing just vegetables, produce, all kinds of good stuff, guacamole, you know, fresh guacamole, nothing pasteurized, nothing that was prepared food that's been cooked or microwaved or whatever. It's all fresh produce, fresh fruits and veggies, no nuts, no seeds. I got nuts today. I'm allowed to have cashews now. Back then I didn't. So I hit a plateau, obviously. And I realized that because I've been eating the same foods, and when I lost the weight, about 4 pounds to 6 pounds every week consistently for, let's see, 8 months, and then I started it up again, got it going some more back in Minnesota in 2004, 2005. I was doing this every day. I was doing the raw milk every day. I was doing about 8 to 10 gallons every 2 weeks of this. And I was doing one of these a week, but 21 ounce, and chicken every day. I was doing this and all kinds of fruits and veggies, and the weight just melted off. I did a lot of reading back then on different body types, like the metabolic typing diet, the blood typing diet, a whole bunch of different things by all kinds of people. I took all the quizzes, did all the questionnaires, and I determined I'm a protein type. So I eat healthy protein first. And when I do that, and then eat all the carbs, or you know, the simple carbs, I think it is. It's been years since I did this. You know, the fruits and veggies, and I think the starches are complex. I don't know, I get it mixed up. But I just know I do the protein, then I do the fruits and veggies in their original form. I don't steam them, I eat them raw. And yeah, if you don't clean yourself out first, clean out your colon, you're gonna get a lot of fermentation, a lot of gas, a lot of bloating. People say, oh, don't mix this food, don't mix that food because it causes bloating. That's because your colon, your small intestine is backed up with undigested food that is fermenting. You clean all that out, get it out of your system, you won't have that anymore. So anyways, let's get back to the steak. So I eat this raw because that's the healthiest form. Like you saw this morning, I ate the raw egg. Now, hamburger has been munched up. So you're worried about salmonella, you read about in the paper about all the people getting sick from meat, dying, blah, blah, blah. That's conventionally grown meat. This is grass-fed, raised out in how nature intended it, eating the grass. It's not sprayed, nothing's treated, no antibiotics, no growth hormones, nothing. Now the germs can only be on the outside. So hamburger, I don't eat it because it's ground up and the germs are in it. This is only on the outside. So you saw me rinse it off. Well, that's not good enough. You see the coconut oil here. Coconut oil is antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial. So this is, I'm going to coat this in it, and it works better when it's melted. But I'm not going to cook this. It's just during the summer it would melt. So I'm just going to coat this down, and I didn't mix, I didn't touch the spoon. Actually, I did. Too late. Oh well. It was I only touched the inside, and the inside didn't touch that. It was the bottom side that touched it. So normally, and I only use this for cooking. I have another container that I use for other things. So I have two of these so I don't cross-contaminate. When I dig one out to use, on the lips or cuts or burns or wherever, or after shave, this is a great aftershave, that container's in my bathroom. This container stays in the kitchen, so I don't go back and forth that way, crossing it. So this works much easier when it's melted. A little bit kind of hard to do it when it's cold. So you just get this on here real good. And see, it's not wanting to melt, but I got a good coating on it. Then I have my real salt, Redmond's real salt. And normally I do some spicy seasonings, some cayenne pepper, garlic, stuff like that. But I'm just going to do this for now. So let's dig in. I know you've been waiting for this. I hope I grabbed a sharp knife. Oh, I'm not lying to you. This is delicious. The coconut gives it awesome flavor. The seasoning, it's good. You might be grossed out, but that's because of how society says, oh, you can't eat it raw, you have to cook it, blah, blah. I wouldn't do conventional. I wouldn't go to the grocery store and just buy any meat and do this. I only do it with grass-fed meats that I know where they came from. And letting this dry age for a week, when you see stuff dry age and it starts getting brown from the bright red, those are the enzymes digesting it. Those enzymes you need. They help you digest the food. I used to get the dry aged steak. It was dry aged a week at the co-op, the Wedge in Minneapolis when I lived back there. Oh, it was awesome. This is good. And it does get a little chewy with the cartilage and the ligaments and things like that, the tough parts. But you cut it small and you can eat it good. My son, when he was 4.5, he craved this. Seriously, he lost weight, he got healthy, never got sick. His daycare called once and said everyone was sick and throwing up, including the teachers, come get my son. I asked if he was sick, they said no. And they go, but he will be. He never got sick, he never threw up, never gave it to me, never gave it to his mother. So, yeah, this is the way to do it. This is the way I'm going to do it from now on. I've done it before, and eating the protein first and then eating everything else afterwards, all the veggies, made me lose weight. Never got sick, I was bulletproof. As soon as I went back to eating standard American diet, I started getting sick again. I started gaining weight, eating all the processed foods. So, I'm going back to this. You know, and if you do get a tough piece of meat that you're chewing and chewing and chewing, coconut oil. This is all I do. You can swallow it right down. I didn't, but that's how you do it. So that's basically it. You know, like my videos, subscribe to my page. I appreciate all your comments and everything you have to tell me. I will keep doing this. I will keep doing videos, updating you on the weight loss. My goal, seriously, I should do 150 pounds more. If I did 100, that'd be awesome. Maybe 100, 120 at this point. I think 150 would be too much. That was original. I think about 120. All right. Well, thank you so much. Try it. Steak's awesome if you can get grass fed. Good night. I gotta go to bed.